Kieran, the chocolate cookies look...
What is wrong with the cookies? Are you happy
Bad
with them?
form for me to pick one up and then put it back in, isn't it?
No, I think you can.
Look at them.
They're all right, aren't they?
Look at them. They're unbelievable.
Gales, them.
They're Gales.
Gone up in the world, yeah. It's all Gales,
We're not messing around, are we?
No.
We are not messing around.
Are you happy with them going forward, or is that a win, or
I mean,
keep them off?
They're unbelievable.
Are they?
Yeah, they're...
I like the M&S ones, mate.
Let's have a... I'll have you a bet.
Go on.
It's... What's the bet? I'm trying to think what the forfeit is.
I've got a forfeit for you.
What, go on.
My forfeit is you have to sign my Man United 5-0 win ticket that I've got from Old Trafford.
You've got to sing Glory, Glory, Man United.
All right.
Into
What's the bet, though?
The bet is which of these four picks that cookie up first? I'm going Roy.
I'm going Carragher. If neither, void.
What?
If neither, void. If the other two, Jill or Righty. Right, there's a lot on this.
I don't think 70,000 or 60,000 Arsenal fans can be wrong. He's going to regret this because he's got players there that need to play in these games.
He didn't go for it. He's just got it wrong at the moment with what he's done there.
I was thinking about Pep Sunday night. I was driving... No.
All right, Gary.
Would you think he'd have got home Sunday night and reflected and thought, where am I at?
Hundreds of staff drinking champagne, all spraying each other, doing dances. So, Pep, you've got hundreds of staff. So can they help you deal with their fatigue?
Kane was arguably the best passer of the ball in the Premier League. His passing. We used to
Kieran's
just drop
crossing.
deep. Yeah,
Kieran's crossing was unbelievable.
Right, you finally made an argument, you've made a debate.
I could not believe it. Like, not getting up to the ball, not tracking back. I was like, is this a different team?
We've all been sent off stupidly around this table. But then taking your shirt off.
You know, can I be
Headbutted
honest?
McManaman.
I know I said that, but what I'm saying to you is I was pinned up in the dressing room.
Get in!
What's up, Gaz? What happened there?
We had a bet.
Me and Kieran had a bet who would take the first slug of the cookie. He went Carragher, I went Roy. And he had to sing Glory, Glory, Man United.
So what you got to do?
I've got
He's got
to
to
sign a
sign
5-0 ticket.
My Man United Old Trafford 5-0 ticket. I want it heartfelt as well.
Heartfelt. It has to be no
Oh,
Gallagher.
You've texted him and told him to pick it up, haven't you?
He told them outside.
You have, I know you.
It was going to be me.
Yeah.
It's always going to be Carragher.
But I thought you'd walk in, look straight down and go,
No, not yet. He always checks it out first.
I just had a twirl as well.
You like a
Yeah.
Jamie's tired, he's a bit fatigued.
Thanks, Carragher.
I can see Jamie needs some sugar. Jamie needs some sugar.
Fry
Well
up.
done,
few
though,
drinks, haven't
Jamie.
No.
Yeah, you definitely
You've had a few drinks.
Jamie, you look like you've had a few and you've got over it and you're in a good place
Can we
now.
Bretonalise him? Yeah, come on.
No, honestly.
Was it really good, Jamie? Was it like touching, Jamie?
Yeah, it was nice,
I can imagine.
were you there for 3 days? I went,
He made the
I went-
most of it.
Yeah, I went Monday. No, there was a thing Monday. We went there sort of like just with, I don't know, some season ticket holders, some people of the club. And then the next day, so that was Monday. Tuesday was the game. But the game kicked off. I thought I got it wrong with the time difference. It was 7 o'clock there, so what's that in England? So, yeah, 6 o'clock, isn't it?
He's tired.
No, but it just felt like a strange
No,
time.
it's usually 9 o'clock there, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Usually,
it's to do with the TV. So we had to go to the stadium, met the players. Valverde. Yeah. I couldn't believe how small he was.
Nice guy, yeah, nice guy.
Yeah. Met him.
Remember me telling you about how nice he was with
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
The only manager that was nice with me in Spain,
Right, yes.
Valverde.
Yeah.
Had they just beaten you, though?
They beat us, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's easy to be nice when you win, isn't it?
Twice. Once in the Europa League and once in the
He
league.
loved you.
Twice.
Yeah. He didn't see you as a threat, Carrie. That's why he was nice to you.
No, he was nice. He was respectful. He was
I'm
respectful.
sure he was.
He was good.
He was good. I tell you, so the team with Laporte's playing for them now, isn't he?
Oh, okay.
So he was nice.
Gone back. He was there before, wasn't he?
Yeah, I had a chat with him. He was nice. The star player wasn't playing, Nico Williams, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So we sort of saw him before the game. But it was nice. He just made a fuss here and really nice, brilliant club. You know what they stand
What
for.
stadium, by the way?
I know. But it's
We
still
played him in that stadium.
Okay, it's still the old San Mamés. I think what they're saying is a little bit like Tottenham.
Twisted it
But
around.
it's sort of on the same site, but it's gone the other way. But it's a lovely stadium.
Where did they take you after? Clubbing?
No, them days are well gone, Jill. No, they didn't win. They drew, you know, everyone's in a bit of a... They're supposed to go and like see the manager at the end of the game or the players. I was like, no chance.
No,
They want to see us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, just remember something sweet.
Yeah. No, but well done. It's a great thing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
well, Gaz will be getting it next, so I put your name forward for it next
one.
year, if you can fit it in.
That'd be good though, Gary.
Did Matt Letizia win it? I mean, not win it, but get awarded it.
Billy McNeil.
But how do they get it? Do they vote for it, the fans, or no?
No, it's like, so just one club, they probably just decide, don't they? I think they have 2 or 3 options each year.
Right.
Someone's got to do it, and maybe not everybody can get there. Maldini's got it. I think Totti, Billy McNeil.
And they all turned up, right?
Yeah.
Has anyone not turned up?
It's a special club, that one. When you think of the values of that club, it's incredible. It's owned by the fans, is it? Is it owned by the...
Yeah, but I think that's normal for Spain, isn't it? Or like the members or something.
It's brilliant that a club has taken that on themselves
all
to do something.
players are
That's
from within
amazing.
it.
That is.
Is anybody going to do it though now? Do you know what I mean? You can't imagine one player staying, can you? The same club.
No, that's not. Well, there will be some. There will be some. And you know what? That was one of the reasons why I was probably disappointed with Trent moving to Madrid. Because I was thinking
he could get that award one day.
Yeah, not the award, but you know, playing for one club. But
yes.
What I would say is the only thing that I think is close, and it's not that close, but I think it is special, is what Man United have got, where you've got that thing of a youth player being involved. I think that's amazing.
It is, in every squad.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's been going, United have had it.
Yeah. Well, you know better than me.
Yeah, it's like 80, 90 years or something, like post-war maybe. They've had a youth team player, academy player.
Every squad,
in the match day squad.
Oh.
Yeah, the match day. Yeah, the team or the bench.
God, I never knew that. That's
isn't it?
brilliant. Yeah, really good.
But the thing about, and it's really funny because here we say, you think Athletic Bilbao, don't you? But it's like almost if you say that over there, it's like the worst thing you can say. So when you're doing all the speaking to people and doing the interviews, it's like, do not say that. Do not. That's like the Cardinals. It's Athletic Club. It's something to do with Franco years ago changed it to Bilbao, and then when he changed it back, it's like it's almost like it's a sin. It's a sin.
It's like Sheffield United. If you don't say Sheffield United,
or Notts Forest,
or not, if you say Notts Forest, good night.
Yeah. No, but it was good.
Oh,
thank you.
Well done.
Well done.
Brilliant
Good stuff, man.
And Ousmane Dembélé won Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Yeah, rightly so as well. I think you know, as well. You know what's good with him is him going from that wonder kid. Everybody thought this is the wonder kid. He's going to be the one, and he moved off and went to Barcelona. It didn't work out. All the injuries and everything. And for him to go there through the injuries, Barcelona, all the moves, get himself to Paris, and then get to the mountain. So you have to say, brilliant on his part. Great.
But he had a lot of injuries, right? Because he wasn't a good pro, wasn't he?
Well, the thing is,
he said that himself, hasn't he?
But the thing is that to go through that, you know, recognise that himself, bring yourself back, get yourself to the levels. Brilliant, yeah, and that's what you want with that kind of winning something of that stature. You have to have a journey.
I knew a fitness coach at Barcelona who was there, and he said it's one of the worst pros he's ever worked with. Wow. You know, yeah.
Really?
But he's come through it all, and he was a bit younger, and then he settled down, got married, and
even better.
And
but he's one of them players, Roy. You know when you feel like we all judge players, don't we? When you watch them. And he's one of them people who sort of people say he's a good player, him. And I've watched it, and I've just absolutely never. Whether he was playing for France, when he was playing for Barcelona, and it probably just shows you, you know, someone can turn it around. We have this sort of idea now. If someone's a great young player, you know, they don't have bumps in the road or ups and downs. And I could never see it with that lads. Even when people say it to you, I'd be watching, thinking, because him and Coutinho were probably seen as the two guys who almost put Barcelona where they are financially. You know, with the Neymar money all went on, I think Dembélé, they massively overpaid for both players. And they just nosedived, and they're probably still recovering in some ways, you know, for the two of them now. But
you know, if you want to get to that level, it's a reminder you do have to do the other bits off the field, don't you? You know, his diet, apparently eating better, looking after his body, of course, then you can play more matches and all your stats go through the roof then if you've got talent. But these ideas where we talk about young, brilliant English players, whatever it might be, or Irish players, Scott, Ronaldo's, you do have to make them sacrifices off the pitch.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gallivanting away from football, you will not get there. You will not get to that.
Definitely not the way the game is now.
Watching him against us in that, the Champions League, because everybody's thinking he's going to be on the wing, he's going to come in off it, but he was playing 10, and we, for some reason, I don't know why we started so negatively in that game at home, but we couldn't deal with him in that 10. He was everywhere, linking, passing, getting the ball, running.
Would you still say he's a great player? He's had a great season.
I just think.
Are you putting him in the bracket as a great player just yet?
I think he's had a great season.
He had a great season.
Great season.
He's part of a great team as well, which helps massively.
Would you not be annoyed if you were Salah? winning the league last year, the season he had, consistency over many years, and you think of how he's played.
But it's funny that
Would you not be annoyed? I mean, look, Dembélé, I think, was sensational. I think he's had an unbelievable season. They've won the Champions League, which is, and I think, worthy winning.
Yeah, but
if you were Salah,
I think they're always going to find a player. Whoever they choose, you're going to find a player who will be disappointed about not being involved.
But he keeps knocking on the door, doesn't he?
I know, but we just chat a few weeks ago. But how can you be annoyed when you don't win an individual award?
No, but
I know we've had discussions.
I don't mean annoyed. Do you think he would be sat there at home thinking, "I wonder why that's not me"? Forget annoyed.
I think I go back to something I said about Salah, and it obviously caused a big storm at the time about the African Cup of Nations. But I do feel that whether we like it or not, the biggest trophies play a part. So normally, around a World Cup or a Euro year, whoever's the player of the tournament, more often than not, would probably get the trophy. I think the Champions League does play a big part. I think if Liverpool beat Paris Saint-Germain in that game,
He probably gets it.
Liverpool maybe gets to the set, maybe win it. Who knows? He probably gets it. You know, in some ways, I do think the Champions League
must come into the.
Do you think you have to win the Champions League to get it then? Do you think?
I don't think you necessarily have to, but I think if you're competing with someone who has,
you win it, must help.
Just gives them the edge. It was interesting in the women's one because Bonmati got it again, and
couldn't believe it.
I think like Alessia Russo obviously had a great season.
You know the thing with it is, Roy, with Bonmati, and no one's disputing how great she is, but the season, what Caldente had, not just because of Arsenal, even Alessia Russo, winning the, Golden Boot. I know it's only a few goals, but like winning the Champions League, winning the Euros. Yeah. You know what was really embarrassing about that, what I found for Bonmati, is that she had the trophy and they had pictures of her, like videos of her, losing the Champions League, losing the Euros.
Yeah.
And you've got players like Caldente who, she won everything. She won the Player of the Year, she won WSL Player of the Year, she won the Champions League. She got all the way to the last. You know what? I think with the women. Can I just say?
I'm going to say it. It's a bit. Let's be clear. The Ballon d'Or is a bit of a. It's a bit of an image type thing.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
And that's in men's. Let's just clear it up.
So if it's like that, Gary, then I'll ask you, why would you be upset then for not winning it?
It should be. It's the most prominent
individual
award.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be upset then for not winning if you think it's a.
Yeah, but still, Roy, it's what it is. So yes, you're not going to take it with a pinch of salt because it's the Ballon d'Or. But there is a lot going on upstairs where you feel, well, that's not right.
Yeah.
How can you honestly look at Bonmati the season that she's had? She hasn't even had a good a season as Pateas.
No.
Right?
But I think it's just a safe bet, isn't it?
It's the same what's happened with the men's down the years.
Yeah.
It's the same what's happened with the men's down the years. Because even with, I'll go with like 2-3 with Thierry. Thierry, he had 55 in. He was brilliant. 55 in goal involvement. He was magnificent. And Nedved won it. Nedved himself said, this should be Thierry Henry's. But
that's Salah now, isn't it? In the last couple of years or so, surely. I mean, in terms of what
something's going on upstairs, Gal, where the voting, whatever, it's wrong because the right person is not getting the trophy. Simple as that.
I think a little bit what you're saying about Thierry is a little bit with Salah in that. I understand what you're saying when people say over the last few years. I think from 2000 to 2005, that 5-year period, there's no one who could touch Thierry. And a little bit probably like Salah, say, the last few years at Liverpool. But it's not voted for over a period. It's voted on that season. Listen, I'm a Liverpool fan. I would love to have seen Salah win it, almost for what he's done for Liverpool and his career, African football. But Dembélé was always going to win it. We're not surprised how Dembélé won it because of, he's had a great season and the Champions League.
I think the compliment is he's in the mix. Once you're in the mix for a few years, then he's obviously consistent. That's the challenge now for these other players who win it. Can they do it next 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
I think it still comes down to the voting system and there's people know people. Because how can they honestly look at like that Bonmati? And I feel embarrassed for her. Every time she looks at the trophy, like I suppose Nedved, look at it, just see Thierry Henry's face. She'll look and see Mariana Caldente's face, even Alessia Russo.
It's not the player's fault.
It's not the player's fault, but it just, at the same time, that is what they've got where they think, well, really, could I...
Is it the players and the coach? Was it the national team coaches or this? What it used to be? It used to be journalists.
Journalists. No, it is journalists.
No, but I think the national team coaches and
FIFA
captains.
I don't know. That's
a
different one, isn't it?
Is that?
Yeah. I think
Who votes
it's
the Ballon d'Or?
Who votes for the Ballon d'Or?
It is the journalists, I think.
I thought it was like a magazine. I thought it was like a friend.
That was at the very start. That's where it originated from, France football, I think.
But in the women's game, I don't think there's enough of them people actually watching the full season because how can you sit here and say, OK, and this is no disrespect to Bonmati, God, she's an amazing player, but I do think it's just a safe option. Like, how come everybody else can see that there's been people who's probably had a better season? So I do think it has to be different.
100 journalists. vote for the Ballon d'Or. It's the one that you're talking about must be the FIFA Pro one, which is the players thing, which is the international managers, I think, that vote for that.
Yeah. Do you think Harry Kane should have been higher up? Where did he finish in it? Because Cole Palmer finished higher than Harry Kane, didn't he?
Was he 5th or something?
Maybe 8th, I think, or something.
Cole Palmer had a better season the year before, didn't he? Or did the season before? Probably because of again, we talk about the big trophies, whether we like it or not. The World Club Championship, he's probably the star player of the tournament, isn't he? He's brilliant in the final.
Let's do Harry Kane now, because that came up, I think, in Thomas Frank's interview yesterday before the game, the Carabao Cup game, where there's a buyout at the end of the season, you can come back. If you're Harry Kane, are you coming back at the end of the season?
Who gives out that information, by the way? It's amazing when these snippets come out, isn't it, about the price in his contract and...
Well, does he come back at the end of the season, and does he go back to Tottenham? Apparently, we have first right. I think they have a preemption type thing, but he has to agree to go to Tottenham. Would you go back to Tottenham if you're Harry Kane, or would you choose another?
Would he want to see how Spurs are doing this year under the new manager? Is he coming back just to break the record? Is he happy in Bayern? If Bayern win the Champions League, does he want to do something again? At Bayern, it depends how happy he is over there. Is the record a big thing for him, you reckon? For a striker, right? Would you think?
I think he'd probably want to come
back. Would that be his main reason?
I think he'll come back.
Yeah.
Just for the record?
I think
not just for the record. I just think to just finish off here and probably maybe try and see if he can be a part of a team that wins something at Tottenham. Obviously, they've won the Europa. But for him and his legacy to be at Tottenham and maybe win something at the end of it and then go on to maybe get the goals. Because I think even if Harry Kane comes back next season, he's got enough season in. He'll break that record, I think.
But right, just on this, if he comes back, he's definitely not going to go to Liverpool.
No.
If he goes to United, there's not guaranteed he's going to win something. City have got Haaland. And can he go to Arsenal? He can't go to Arsenal. And can he go to Chelsea? So the two clubs that you look at and think Arsenal, Chelsea...
Well, he'd be sub for Arsenal, wouldn't he? Because they'd be quite defensive.
But from a Tottenham perspective and in his upbringing, can he actually go to those two clubs, Chelsea or Arsenal? I mean, no, he can. But would he? No. So he can't go to Arsenal, but can he go to Chelsea?
I don't know. I'd go back to Tottenham if Tottenham wanted me.
No, but if he wants to win things that you just said at the end of his career...
I'm not sure if he wants to win. If he'll come back, he wants to win things with Tottenham.
I think he'd want to finish with his club, wouldn't he?
You can't see him anywhere but
why would he want to come back and go and win something with Chelsea?
Well, Chelsea, the club that I can see him having the biggest impact in and suiting most. He's got lots of quick...
What, under Thomas Frank, though? Thomas Frank will cater for him.
No, I think at Chelsea, if you look at the team at the moment and you think what's missing, they have got a lack of sort of what would be prominence up front, and they've got a lot of energy and enthusiasm and potential around it with Palmer and all the rest of them. He would be great at Chelsea as a player. But my point is, can he go to Chelsea because of the rivalry?
You know what Chelsea would have to do? They have to, obviously, the goalkeeper situation, the defensive situation, then you put Harry Kane in.
I don't think they'd buy someone of that age.
I think he'd want to go back to Spurs.
60 million, though, for 2 seasons, 3 seasons. It's a game changer.
So what would he be then, 32? Will he be 33?
How old is he now?
They've wasted more money than that on different players.
I know, but I'm aware of what the model is. They buy everyone who's about 21. They don't buy anyone else.
But...
You need to buy an older centre-back. You need to buy an older keeper. I don't think they'll be buying a centre-forward who's 33, 34.
I think for 2 or 3 years they could to plug a gap that they need to fix. I think they could do it, but whether he would go
there... already. You want to give them 6 weeks.
Hang on a minute. What are you going on? He's jumping in with a hustle about defensive. I just kind of jump into it. We're defensive. If you're
it started with you, Righty, to be fair. You mentioned the PSG game. I was going to jump in myself. You said he was so...
Yeah, but I let him off with that.
I let him off as well. We all let you off.
No, we didn't go for him. That's what I said. We didn't go for them in that.
That's the problem, isn't it? I mean, just before you go to that, Righty, there was a moment, Jill, that I know you wanted to talk about that happened in the women's game earlier on the week, a coach that I think you...
Yeah, Matt Beard, so sad. I think Matt did so much for the women's game. I think every time, I didn't get to play for him, but such a great guy, obviously. Worked at West Ham, Chelsea, Liverpool, and I think a time in which the game, there was no money in it, nothing, and he gave up his job and he put so much time into the women's game. And do you know what? I was looking through some text messages when I'd heard the news that he'd passed away, and I think I was looking at all the tributes, and every tribute was what a good manager he was, but that he always went above and beyond for the players. I felt like they really had a father figure. And I found this message on my phone, and I must have just been at a game. It was Aston Villa v Liverpool, and I was just watching. And he must have looked up, and he was managing, and he was like, "You look cold. I'm going to send a coat up to you." And I was literally just sitting watching the game. But that was the type of guy he was, just always trying to help people. He said, "I'm sorry, it's a Liverpool coat," but I took it anyway. But yeah, just such a great guy and such a loss for the women's game. So thoughts are with his friends and family.
Yeah.
Well
yeah.
Said,
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Arne Clothing. This episode is brought to you by Visit Seattle, host city of the FIFA World Cup 2026. The World Cup will be here before we know it, so it's time to get your mates together and sort out the trip of a lifetime. And Seattle's got to be top of your list. Fan-friendly, perfect weather, and all the culture and adventure you would want right there. Seattle is built for fans. There's no sitting in traffic for hours or cramming onto packed buses or trains. You can wander from the fan celebration in Seattle Centre through downtown and grab something to eat on the way to the stadium. No stress, just a great pre-match journey. Unlike other host cities, with Seattle summers, it's mild, sunny days and comfortable evenings. Perfect for playing and watching football without feeling like you're melting. And when you're waiting for match day, there's so much to do. As well as the iconic Space Needle, the museums, the markets, you've got lakes to kayak on and mountain trails to hike, and nearly 500 parks to explore. It's basically adventure everywhere you look. So that's football, perfect weather and the great outdoors, all in one unforgettable World Cup city. Find out more at visitseattle.org and start planning your World Cup adventure. This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Arne Clothing. On to Arsenal. You mentioned just earlier that you felt they were a little bit defensive against PSG.
Well,
Can you elaborate?
I'm not having the people saying that Arsenal are defensive or our manager's defensive. I thought that was pretty pragmatic the other day to start. Right, simple. But, like, it's a tough one simply because when you look at what he's done, even 22, 23, you know, the most, what did we get, 91 goals the same season, James. We only conceded 29, so it's not conservative, I think. We've got a midfield player playing up front in Marino, doing well for us last season, scoring the Champions League, you know, ended up getting second. So I don't think that we are defensive in that way, but I think in that particular game, I thought he was too pragmatic in his selection.
Yeah.
I believe, and what happened in the end, what we saw with, and I don't know if it's because we've got the kind of squad now, the squad rotation where he's starting to think too much, I don't know, but what I thought was, and what we saw was Eze and Martinelli, especially Martinelli in this kind of form, because we'd like to see him be, you know, more consistent continually, because if he was, it'd be electric and very, very difficult to stop. I thought that he would have given more than Trossard, and I thought that Eze is probably going to give us more, like he said, what we saw in the end, than maybe Marino in that particular game. So in that particular game, with the squad we've got, yeah, you have to say it was pretty pragmatic from him.
Right, he's obviously yesterday been interviewed before the game, and it's obviously he's a little bit sore on it. I think everybody was of the same opinion though on Saturday. If you could hear the Arsenal fans behind us in the first half, or even before the game.
I was getting there.
So if you look at what he said yesterday, but if the intention of those comments, which are the good ones, positive to be better for us, not to be so good for us, it depends where the comment is coming from. That's when I can analyse it. So how can you dominate against such a team if you have, what was the word? Handbrake, which I think I said that in the second half of the game, or first half even. Dominance and handbrake, they are two very different words. So he thinks he's dominated that game. I think he's got the handbrake on. Maybe you think he's got the handbrake on. Maybe you do. I think you do. I don't think 70,000 or 60,000 Arsenal fans can be wrong in how they feel. I don't think any of us that were in that studio or in that stadium or watching at home can be wrong either. The big thing for me is the players. He names that team on Friday afternoon, or let's say Thursday afternoon in training, and he leaves out Eze, and he leaves out Martinelli, and he puts Trossard in and Marino. I guarantee you that dressing room straight away, I look at him thinking, You've done it the same again. You did this at Anfield, a little bit Old Trafford, but certainly at Anfield, he could have been more attacking and he wasn't. And certainly against City from the start, he couldn't be attacking. He could have been more attacking.
You know, I thought he would have.
He's going to regret this if he doesn't start to take the handbrake off. I'm going to repeat the comment handbrake because he's got players there that need to play in these games. Because you can't look back at the end of a season and think, I've lost at Anfield, I've dropped points at home against City, I've dropped 5 points now in those 2 matches, and I could have picked a more attacking team. I think there is a problem there that's starting to sort of become a pattern for him.
I feel like when you look at what we've done at Liverpool, I thought that Ødegaard and Eze's substitutions were maybe a bit too late. I think he tried the same thing with Bilbao, and that worked. And I think he was with a City side that, three games on the spin, they've used the same team. I thought that he was going to come out and really have a blast at them, because it looked to me like City. Whatever happens, if once they score their goal, they were going to go to the 5-4-1. They look like they've practiced that. And then I'm thinking, because they're going to be tired, I thought we should have went at them And then, in the end, he's going to bring on the two substitutes like he done again with Eze and Martinelli. I think that, again, he didn't go for it. He should have went for it. And then, you know, you bring on those players. You bring on Marino. You bring on Ben White. You bring on those kind of people to see the game out. But, like, I think he's just got it wrong at the moment with what he's done there. I just feel. Is he overthinking? I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, I think he's done a brilliant job. Listen, he spent a lot of money. I think, for me, the best squad of players in the Premier League now. And I don't think this is something that we'd accuse him of every week. But it does feel like there's important moments, and he always chooses caution over courage. I'm convinced of
that. What Pep used to do? Remember Pep's early doors? He used to tinker around with it.
That might be overthinking. I think this is different. I think he always goes for that side of it. In terms of...
What are you saying no, Gal? What?
No, so I'll tell you why I'm saying no, because Pep's teams were, I think, the best defensively. But when I think back to that first Pep team that won the league, he had Sané, Aguero, Sterling, and he had David Silva and De Bruyne in midfield. And then he had, obviously, Fernandinho behind. So if you've got David Silva and De Bruyne here, and you've got Sané and Sterling, and you've got Aguero, you've got 5 players there that are really set up to attack. Now, they were brilliant defensively on transition as well. So for me, I don't remember a Ferguson team, a Guardiola team. I remember a Mourinho team at times maybe being a bit... Even Mourinho's team, if you think about it, he had Lampard and SCM running forward, and then he had Robben, Duff, Drogba. I think he picks the most defensive teams he possibly can at times, Mikel Arteta, in big games. Not overly defensive, but I think he could be more attacking. He could dial it up.
He picks the power, doesn't he, over creation. You know, you pick Mourinho. Now, people... The thing that's frustrated me a little bit is the game at Anfield and the game against Man City, some of the things that have been said by maybe yourself or Arsenal fans is right. You go to Anfield and you have Liverpool can batter teams there. You've been in the game and you've lost to a fluke or a free kick. But my point being is, and you can say the game against Man City, and Arteta, you can argue, was right in that we dominated them, the worst possession they've had. We forced them to go to a back 5.
But does fortune favour the brave?
No, I agree, Gary. All them things are right. You can say that. There's no doubt about that. But it can't get away from the fact that that wasn't Liverpool at Anfield. That was Liverpool on the back of conceding 2 goals in the first 3 games against inferior opposition. And we all know, we've all played in big away games where, OK, it's Anfield. You go there and you think, if you get through that first half at 0-0, then it's like, then you've got to go again. And they didn't. They allowed Liverpool to come back again. I think the difference with City was you had to start with in that game. The City have played Thursday night.
Exactly.
Haven't had a great start to the season. It was almost like, we'll see how the game goes, and we've got our players on the bench to come on. It's a bit like, no, you've got to go for them for the throat. You've got to go right from the start.
Why wouldn't he just go for it, though? Like, why was Eze not playing? I don't get why Eze is not playing.
You're on about the statements you've got to make as a team, and obviously... Liverpool having won the day before. Liverpool had a European game as well. Remember, Liverpool then are 2-0 up at home to Everton after 30 minutes. So Liverpool obviously thinking, we start quick. If fatigue kicks in, it'll obviously be later on in the game, but don't start slow. So that was the issue with... So Arsenal and Saturday would be see Liverpool, it's like heavyweight boxers throwing a big punch. We've won 2-1. Now what are you going to do? And this Arsenal group of players, and not just on the manager and the players, you're going City at home. City a few weeks ago gave up a kind of a late winner at Brighton. There's still a bit of softness to them, a little bit. They're not back to their very best. They showed glimpses, obviously, against United and probably Napoli, who were down to 10 men. So this was Arsenal's chance to say, Liverpool would be sitting home on the Sunday, all the players and the manager going, let's see how these react to it. And they're getting a draw and they're almost relieved and going, you'd be sitting at home going, do you know what I mean? They've not punched us back. They've not made a statement to say, like, we were there, we'd done it for years. A team would win before you or the day after, before you going, fucking hell, let's put the pressure on us. But Arsenal's reaction to Liverpool winning on Saturday, 2-1, even if it was maybe struggle at the end, but they've won the game against Everton on paper. You go, it's a derby game, listen, could be tricky. And then Arsenal, the way, whatever with the selections, which wasn't great, the way they started the game. The keeper, I think they took 40 odd minutes before the keeper made a save. I know there was corners coming in on top of him, but again, Liverpool would be looking at Arsenal going, is that it? Is that what you're coming back with?
Liverpool again, win that game, really.
So it was more the mindset that I'd be looking at going, really, Arsenal, are you really... You gamblers,
that's on the manager, isn't it? That's on the manager and his mindset, I think so. It's something that he's probably going to have to think deeply about and what he's done there, simply because I genuinely thought that I didn't think that them two weren't going to start, because I thought we should have gone for them, because it's
and his challenge, right?
We have to win all the home games.
But his challenge isn't Man City. His challenge is Liverpool. So you're looking at Liverpool. There's not to be frightened sorry of Man City going, City. It's not like City 2 or 3 years ago coming to town where you go, listen, any gaps or they'll rip us apart. You're going, City are there. City have already lost a couple of league matches. They were there for like at least test the goalkeeper, at least test their back forward. After half an hour, you're like, you're on about going to Liverpool or United when they were a really good team. You're going, fucking hell, we haven't got a breather here. I bet you City were going, it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
What about Haaland, though? Like the goal to start that move and then run
again,
through. He was like an NFL player.
That's counter-attack.
Yeah.
That's counter-attack. They've done it against, obviously they've done it at Wolves earlier this season. His second goal against United, that's from the halfway line. It's all counter-attack stuff.
Sorry, you've got his comments there. I saw something on my phone this morning. I thought it was interesting. I don't know if you saw it right. He was going through the team of how attacking they are. So they've obviously been asked in the press conference. And he started with the goalkeeper. He said, we've got the most attacking goalkeeper in the league. then he mentioned something about his full-backs, and I thought, that's not right, because his full-backs are centre-backs. I played in the back four under Gerrard. It was 4 centre-backs. That's not far away where Arsenal have got. He then mentioned having Zubimendi, okay, a creative player in the number 6. I think he then mentioned I think he was talking about Madueke, saying he played centre-forward last season. He was talking about a wide player playing centre-forward. He was trying to almost argue against it, but it wasn't really making that much sense.
No, what is he on about?
It wasn't really making that much sense. And I thought, I can understand him defending himself, and he was talking about not listening to the pundits. And listen, 100%. You know, you got to be focused, the Arsenal manager. Don't let messages get in. But I thought, I hope he's not doubling down on what he said there to maybe his coaching staff and the players, because what he was actually saying, I'm not quite sure. Sort of stacked up and sort of saying we are a really offensive team because the team's there in front here.
But I think when the weight of opinion from whether it be the media, pundits, your home fans, everybody is saying the same thing, they're onto something. And I think there's no one shouting around this table here today because actually I think you said Arsenal would win the league. I said Arsenal would win the league. I think you said Arsenal would win the league. You may have said Chelsea.
I said Chelsea.
And you said Liverpool. But 3 of us around this table have said Arsenal will win the league. We're not actually, to be fair, we're not anti-Arsenal here. We're actually wanting them to step up. We're actually saying we think these can step up, this team.
I think the squad should be able to.
I'm still waiting for that moment where I think, right, they've stepped up, they've got there. And I do think they've got the reins on. I do feel, and do you know something? It reminds me of a situation at Salford a few years ago. I'm not naming the particular manager, but it always feels like to me the team that I think should be playing comes on when they score. So when they score, and we go 1-0 down, the team that you think you should start with comes onto the pitch, and that's what happened on Saturday. So they go 1-0 down, they're poor for the first half. At half-time, the acceptance of him being wrong is that he changed at half-time them 2 people. If he thought he was right, he'd have stayed with his team.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I think Madueke may have been injured, but you know what I mean? The essence of what he was trying to do, if he really believed in it, he wouldn't have changed it. He knew he had to change it. So if you've got to if you change it when you're 1-0 down, I think the Klopps and the sort of like the Fergusons, the Peps, they pick those teams at 0-0 at the start of the game. They don't wait till you go 1-0 down. They pick that team straight away. And Mikel just, there's something. And I think he's done a great job as well. And I think he should have won the league at least once or twice in the last 2 or 3 years. They should have got over the line. And no one's shouting around this table saying Arsenal this, Arsenal that. We're actually saying we're a bit.
But you won't get over the line when you draw 14 league games.
Yeah, I think we're a bit concerned about our predictions. I'd say I'm concerned about my prediction already. I'm not changing. You don't change your predictions. But you don't change your predictions. You're predicting Arsenal win the title.
You can in September, surely.
But I'm worried about my prediction now because I'm seeing the same patterns from last season.
I didn't expect to feel a little bit apprehensive like I do now, and that's just on his selection for this game. Yeah. With the games coming up as well, I think he's just got to, like you say, he's just got to let it go and trust the guys to get it done now. Because I'm not sure what more there is to do in respect to the size of the squad he's got, the quality of the squad he's got. I don't know, like I say, you can look at the players he's got maybe before that City game, and I don't know what scenario where Eze and Martinelli in that is not playing. So that's a massive worry for me. And if he's going to change in that respect and not maybe feel like he's trying to defend against the Manchester City side that have played so many games, the 3 of them, like the same team 3 consecutive times. You've got to go for that team. And then if we are winning, and I think them scoring early like they did, City kind of set it up for them even to drop into that. But if we are winning and then you want to hold on to it, then you bring on those players.
Right. So Pep on Friday says that Rodri might not play because he's got to play 3 games a week. It's the first time that he'll have done it. Who do you think Rodri would have wanted to play against in that game? Who do you think he would have wanted in that game against him? He would have wanted Mourinho.
He wouldn't have wanted Eze.
He wouldn't have wanted Eze in there doing these
Same
little
with
things.
Kushnoff wouldn't have wanted Martinelli in this.
Exactly. Kushnoff would not have wanted Martinelli. So you're giving the opposition what they don't want. I'm imagining Rodri.
You know, when you look at the team sheet and you think, you know, when you've had those times when you go there and you're thinking, fuck, you know, and then you don't see a certain name on there, a couple of you think, wow.
But Righty, just that.
I think
Kushnoff
that's
can't go forward.
complicated.
Kushnoff can't attack. You've got a free hit to play the most attacking left winger.
Yeah.
But say that, the manager's entitled to come out and defend
Yeah,
himself
yeah.
as
Oh,
well.
no,
Even if you don't
absolutely.
agree with it, he's not going to sit back and take it, especially if he thinks it's from punters or ex-players. And yeah, so he's going to come out and fight his corner. And ultimately, he will pay the price if he doesn't change his mindset a little bit. So we're predicting Arsenal to win the league this year. But
would you stand by that now, Roy? In
well,
terms of
yeah,
how
I probably
confident
will do. Obviously,
No, obviously you'll stand by it. But are you
have to.
confident?
You
I'd
have
like to go
to.
to Liverpool now, but anyway, but I still think if Liverpool get 1 or 2 injured centre halves, things could still have a dip for Liverpool, no doubt about it. But we're going with Arsenal. But
I'm going with Arsenal.
But what's the evidence over the last few years why we've gone with Arsenal? Because they've come up short a number of times.
Well, this squad this time.
That's
Yeah,
why.
No, I agree.
This squad,
Eze,
that's why-
Zubimendi.
But if we all think the squad is stronger,
Gyökeres.
then the manager has to tweak something.
So
That's
what
why
it
I
comes down
didn't
to.
go for Arsenal, though. I don't think.
And you went for
You went for
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
No, but
Yeah, but
I
you went
just
for
wanted
Chelsea.
to go against you guys.
Sorry,
but the
babe.
mentality, there's something like, why is he not going into that game like high on belief? Obviously, you beat them at home last season. I'm like, why are you not going for it? There's just something where I'm like, there's a mentality where can they go and win that league?
Well, I'm waiting for
I don't
Arteta as
think
well
they
to go.
can.
Even when they won at United, it's easy to go after your team when they've won. When they won at United, we all said they didn't create that much. Obviously, it was a mistake by United. I was hoping he'd put a marker down after that game going, well, no, listen, that won't be good enough to win league titles. But he never quite goes after a team. I know they're trying to keep players on side. Even the other day, you're proud. You're proud of getting a draw in the last minute against a Man City team who aren't at their best. Where's your level of expectation with your group of players?
I'm going to look at them.
He's going to get it right. Because he's got the player. That's why I will not change. I won't change, obviously, but it's going to be down on it to him now because I think he's got the pieces.
It almost feels like it's down to set pieces if they can win the league. They've got the best defence. They'll end up with the best, most clean sheets. They've got the way they're set up. And it almost feels like if the set pieces work, they might have half a chance. If they don't, they've got no chance. They don't create a chance in a game. They don't create a chance at Anfield. Don't create a chance against Man City. The goal's a brilliant goal from Martin. It's a great finish. Old Trafford, they score from a set piece. Don't create a chance.
But again, I'll ask you, Jim. So so where's the evidence we have to look at ourselves? Why are we saying Arsenal could win the league when there's all these reasons they don't create enough?
I think we thought Eze, Gyökeres and Zubimendi, I thought would make a difference that would just give them that extra few percent. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought as well.
And obviously that's what I was thinking as well. They've got a better squad, but if their mentality is when they're playing Man City at home, after the back of Liverpool,
I didn't think he would do that.
They'd be a bit hesitant instead
I
of
didn't
going.
think he'd do that.
Instead of let's go after them.
If the manager obviously is a young manager, and that's the reason I think I want him to win the league, because to break into that sort of Premier League title-winning group of managers, it takes, I think, a lot of experience. If he doesn't get there this season, is he going to be in trouble?
It's not even a case of is he going to be in trouble. I think that when you look at what he's got now, Gal, then you have to look at it. But the fact is, it's the difficult last step, isn't it? Because these questions will continue to be asked and, thrown at him as long as he doesn't do it.
Will the players be asking those questions of him at the moment in terms
Can I be
of
honest?
the teams?
I don't think they'll be asking, but like you mentioned earlier, and I think it's right, because I've seen sometimes when things have happened where you set up with a certain team and then on Saturday it's a different team, and then when you're going, you're a bit like, he's not playing. We thought he'd be... I've been in dressing room where that's happened, and I feel that might have happened on...
Sunday.
I feel like that might have
You think the
happened.
players might have looked at that team and thought,
I thought, no, because there's players they might have been expecting to play, because let's face it, Trossard scored in that game, so did Martinelli. Martinelli's goal is one what you're thinking you probably might score against the City rather than the Trossard. So you're thinking if anyone's going to play off of the back of that game, it would have been Martinelli. So I wasn't even thinking about him not starting. So when he weren't starting and Eze weren't starting, I was like, well, I don't know, the manager must have a reason. Yeah. And then when we started, I think you mentioned it, Gary, that's 45 minutes wasted for us, which I had to agree with. You have to think, well, I'm going to have to jump on your back and just go with this ride, bro.
But is his mindset, first and foremost, let's not be beaten. Instead of having
this is
like
something
certain
that
manager, Liverpool manager at the moment, Mourinho in his prime, Ferguson, Pep obviously, their mindset was let's go and win this game and we'd flex our muscles. Whereas now you still see it Arsenal, you're going, there is your eyes don't lie to you. You're still looking good at it.
Listen, I want him to be.
That's the important point, right? I think I said on Sunday, stop listening to what he says and look at what he does.
Yeah.
Because what he does is definitely just roll back a little bit and pull back.
What do you think that is from? What do you think that is? That
I don't know, because I think, to be fair...
I always go... Sorry interrupting, guys. I always go back to... Remember the first year you went for the league? Which it was a bit unexpected, wasn't it? Arsenal, they had Jesus and Zinchenko. And that was a really technical team. Zinchenko was going into midfield. Obviously, he had Xhaka behind. But I think that's something you signed. And he didn't do that well. Was it the lad Vieira, the Spanish midfield?
Yeah.
So you were buying technical players. And you just got absolutely monstered by Manchester City towards the end of that season. You went to Man City and got absolutely just ran over. And Pep was at the time, I think, probably playing four centre-backs himself, all big lads at the back. And it just feels like ever since then, every player they've bought is like 6'3". It's just like it's a completely different sort of physical specimen than what he was doing in the first couple of years. And listen, whether he's thinking that's the way, we're not going to win the league by being the best footballing team because that's Man City. No one can take them on in that. We're going to try and do it another way because it feels like there has been a big shift from that 2 or 3 years ago to having like the team with the best set piece-wise, best defensively. Don't create too much.
A few years ago, Jamie, he said that I want to be the best transition, I want to be the best defensive. He's not far off of that. I think
so
he's not
close, they're so
yeah,
close.
he's not far off of that with what he's got now. It will come down to his selection now. Because I think the only thing that he got wrong, his selection of what he done, and then just go out and do it, guys. Trust the guys.
Do you think that's a bit reactive though? Like Trossard scores and then he gets a start. Like I think the good managers allow players to come on, score. Like think about back in your day, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would come on, score. It wouldn't mean he'd then start the next game. Like, do you think sometimes
I think
it's
he
a
trusts Trossard. I think he's got that trust of him. He's that reliable soldier for him that he knows he'll play the position well. I think there's an element of that with him. I think he likes.
But do you have to break something sometimes to make it better? Like
I've got
you've
no
got
doubts.
reliability.
I think that he should have played as Eze Martinelli. I've no
Why did he
doubts.
bring Eze to the club? For them type
That's
of
the
games.
game,
He knows
yeah,
it's a big game, almost must-win game after Liverpool winning. And then when he's on the bench,
At home.
It'd be interesting what he does. It'd be interesting what he does next Sunday.
Newcastle, yeah.
Do you think when you lads know, and I don't know what happened the first time United won the title, but I'm just going back to sort of Liverpool the last 5 years, you'd almost feel like if you're the team who were used to winning leagues, it's not the end of the world if someone gets ahead of you. You say, OK, we've been experienced, we've got a long way to go. But if you win in your first league, you feel like you need to get out the blocks. I'm thinking of like Liverpool coming up against City. You've got Liverpool last season with Slot, they're out and they're gone. Yep. It just feels if you're Arsenal, it's like, there's a long way to go.
But that's the thing with it.
5 points, you're thinking, you need to be the team who's 5 points clear.
I remember when I was there, I think it was start last season with the pre-season I was in and around, and I was just saying, you have to start the season how you'd want to finish it, and you'd obviously want to finish the season by winning it. You have to start the season as if it's towards the end, like you're at the end, because because the points you get now, it's like Liverpool. The points you get now is what's going to give you that. Like, remember those pace setters who used to run and then the pace setter would drop off. You need to fucking be the pace setter and then fucking keep.
But you're running with 5 points. I'd still rather be 5 points clear than chasing somebody for 5 points.
No, I understand what I mean. But I almost think if you've already won the league, it's like, OK, we've won the league before anyway. You still want to win at that season. But with Arsenal, because they haven't won it, and we're talking about the managers,
they don't know how to fucking start like that. They've got to start wanting to win.
Everything intensifies.
I think it's 5 now, Jamie, and I think their energy levels will be still up, obviously, 5 league games. But I just think over the next few weeks, if that becomes 7 or 8,
that's what I'm saying.
Then you're almost saying at this early as the season with Liverpool and the attackers they have, and we keep saying Liverpool are bringing the scoring goals. They're giving away a few chances, of course. You think there's no catching them.
You have to start the season how you finish.
Yeah, I think the mentality should have been, even if it's Anfield, we're going to go and win. We're going to try and win the first 10 games.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Arne Clothing. Just a quick touch on City. I think we were probably a couple of minutes away from offering them great praise because it was such a departure from City's style. It was like the most incredible thing that I've ever seen Pep Guardiola's team do. But when they scored then, Arsenal, it almost made you feel like, What was that? I know he's like Pep's like gone and put 10 behind the ball with taking Haaland off, which I thought was strange at the time. To be fair,
Yeah.
And he's ended
they had no outlet now. That was the
nothing up
problem.
front,
I think it's great for any team to sit in. It's great, but you need somebody with a bit of pace, somebody get up the pitch. And we were doing the game. There was a goal coming. Just felt it in the stadium.
Yeah.
I did. Just felt that
You
pressure.
felt there was a goal coming?
I felt there was a goal coming. Yeah. No, I did. I just thought you can't keep giving it away that cheaply, which they were doing. And even for the goal, the way they lost, it was just for this. We're talking about the levels of Man City here, where they keep it triangles and they come back. They weren't doing any of that stuff. They were just almost like a Leicester team, just kicking up the pitch, and they were hoping, they were hanging in there. And then obviously Eze with a lovely pass, and again the defensive. But they got caught out of Brighton as well towards the end.
But even that with Eze, there's no way normally Eze would have that much time with that much space behind to be able to just clip it in like that.
And we praised the goalkeeper, done well. The goalkeeper's got to do better for the goal, you know. But no, I felt the goal was coming.
I was surprised Phil Foden started on the right, especially after the games that he'd had previously from the 10 ball. I was really surprised because I thought Arsenal just pegged him back. And I'm like, he's just had player of the match performances. Like, I don't know why sometimes...
But he's only showed glimpses, hasn't he? He's still not back. He's still,
I know, but I think his last couple of games...
I think the couple of games suit him, the United game and even Napoli again, down to 10 men.
But do you think he'd have been better central?
Possibly so, but I still think there's a long way for Foden to come back.
What do you think Pep thinks when he gets home? I was thinking about Pep Sunday night. I was driving...
All right, Gary.
I'm thinking about Pep Sunday night. He's someone who basically would die in a ditch over possession and football for the last 15 years. And he's literally done something he's never done before. The lowest possession he's ever had, almost, in his life. And he's just at the death. Would you think he'd have got home Sunday night and reflected and thought, where am I at? The identity of him and the genius of him. Do you think there'll be an element of him looking at himself thinking, what am I doing? I've ended up there.
But he's actually made the decision to stay. He's going to play 5-4.
Remember this?
No, I get it. And I love that. I like what he did. I think it was amazing to watch. It was intriguing. But then how do you think he would be?
Lev, he was 1-0 up at Brighton, remember? They lost that in the second half. So maybe he'd be still thinking of them things. We were a bit open towards the end. So he's human nature. He just thought he'd find a different way to win it. And I have no issue with him going back in and being anti-Pep. But you're going, but then they just didn't keep it at all.
I'm thinking about him, Roy, in terms of what he said over the years about possession and team full of midfielders and all the things.
You know what, Roy, as well, saying that, Roy, you see with him, the way he started, if that team hadn't played so many games so consecutively, I don't think that's a bad...
No, can I...
I don't think that's a... No, just quickly, Roy, you can come...
How many games have they played? It's September.
I know it's free, but like everybody's going on about how many they've played. But like he took Arne off, obviously, to rest him as well. But
rest him for what? They've got 100...
Let me finish, right? The only thing is, what I'm saying is that if you've got Doku and you've got Haaland, that is a perfect team. Perfect forwards to have as a transitional forwards. Look what they've done. Look what they've done, like you mentioned, United, against us there when they broke. Of course you should play like that if it can benefit your team.
But
I think we're
talking about fatigue. We're talking about September. We're not talking about Pep, one of the greatest managers ever. And after the game, they were home to United, by the way, right? Part of being a footballer.
So they're not travelling?
No, the most tiring part is travelling, isn't it? If you've had a big European night and you're drained physically, mentally, you get on a flight, you get back 3 or 4 in the morning, you're in the next... They were home to United. They beat them comfortably. It wasn't like, again, an emotionally kind of tough game in that sense.
Is that a training
Napoli, the man sent off after 20 minutes. I know you still have to break them down. They travelled down to London. This week, I think they've got a cup game. They're home to Huddersfield. They've got Burnley. So if you're worried about fatigue and rest them in them matches, I worry about that. So if Pep's vibe during the week with City is going, we've travelled. We've travelled all the way to London.
Yeah.
Right, it's a big one, by the way. They're away at Huddersfield. It's
the Huddersfield.
Yeah, that's
road. Is it M6? You have to get busy.
Yeah,
but it is a busy. No, but if these managers look ahead, only a week or two ago, they're on the back of an international break. I know that the other lads will be away. But I don't get all that with Pep either going, in September.
But you think, I don't think Pep's gone into the game. I think it's just the way the game's happened. Even in the first half, they're winning 1-0. And we were saying, well, they couldn't string a pass, they couldn't get out their own half. And listen, that's credit to Arsenal. So it goes back to some of the things Mikel Arteta was saying. They did completely dominate a Pep Guardiola team. But I think he's ended up fun. I think this is the only chance we've got of getting something from the game in terms of being really negative. They couldn't keep the ball.
But you know what, Jimmy, you made a point. He's made a point, Arsenal have said, we've dominated a Man City team. Man City's not their challenge, it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
So they have to beat Man City. Liverpool's their challenge. So getting obsessed with Pep and Man City, I'd be going, no, listen, they're the teams you have to try and beat. It's Liverpool as your challenge, not
Do
them.
you think Pep takes a point like beforehand, though? Do you think when you're saying about him going home, like does he think? No, but before the game.
Before the
game, sorry,
took a point away.
Yeah, because they've had a busy week.
So I don't know if
Fatigue,
he, I don't know if he maybe justifies it.
But when you
that.
want
Can I make the point about Pep as well? Man City, when Man City win the league, what annoys you every year when Man City win the league? What did they do after the match?
The parade.
There's hundreds of staff. Hundreds of staff drinking champagne, all spraying each other, doing fucking dances. Hundreds of staff. So, Pep, you've got hundreds of staff. So can they help you deal with the fatigue? So if you win the league next year, or whenever they win it, don't get 100 fucking staff on the pitch celebrating. Fucking hell, you complain about that all the time.
Baby.
Does that annoy you every year when they win the league?
It's honestly, literally, there is a
100 staff.
tunnel of about 30, 40 people on each side comes out, and they've got more masseurs, sports scientists, data. They've got literally the biggest staff, which is why they've been unbelievable for 10 years, by the way.
But a lot of them
But I have to say, I must admit, the fatigue thing, I'm not buying into in September either. I'm not buying it. One thing I would say is they did have that World Club Championship, which I think, to be fair, it bites at them a little bit, that. And he obviously asked for the delay to the season, or he asked for a couple of games.
You've got to throw that into consideration,
He's probably...
You have to.
You are right, though, about the staff. I was watching the Liverpool-Southampton game last night, and I think after Southampton scored, there's just 5 staff just looking at monitors, and nobody's even going to the players like, come on, like, next one, like, let's get back. They're just all, the goal goes in, and just 5 of them, including the manager, looking at a monitor. I'm like, the game's gone mad.
Do you think Arne Slot actually wanted to pin Ekitike up when he...
Oh, that annoyed me.
I was like, oh my God, he's took his shirt off. What is he doing?
I put a message.
couldn't believe it.
I put a message in the group going, it's not the Champions League, and he said that after his... I could not believe he did it.
I couldn't believe it, right? He's been booked for something stupid by throwing the ball down. Fair enough. We've all been sent off stupidly around this table. But then taking your shirt off...
You headbutted McManaman?
I know, I said that, but what I'm saying to you is I was pinned up in the dressing room.
Can I just say with Ekitike...
There's consequence.
Can I say with Ekitike, you've got to understand, with all the Isak talk...
Too easy on him.
Yeah, man. All
I
the
thought,
Isak, all the Isak talk, the fact that he's coming...
You're not frustrated by
everybody's
it?
waiting.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the reaction.
Blooded, weren't you?
No.
I'm like,
His shirt off in training.
I've seen Slot's interview, and I
it's a bit
I think
harsh, I
Slot so much. I think Slot's thinking of the next game, thinking, I've only got Isak, and he can't play 90 minutes. I think he's already thinking of, like, we've got no backup striker.
You know the thing with it, James, is like you've got to understand from Ekitike's point of view how much pressure he's been under to come in while Isak is like a fucking shadow over him, a cloud.
I think
and
he's
he started brilliantly.
Easy on
he's
him.
just a young guy who's just got excited.
Just some...
No, but
Okay.
they said he's forgot about the yellow.
You're right, I won't get frustrated about the players getting sent off again.
Went to the Hacienda one. Like,
No, but somebody said he must have forgot he got his yellow card. I'm like, Frimpong remembered he got a yellow card. How can he not remember
He's just a young guy.
himself?
He's just living it, man. He's just on cloud
You know what,
nine at the
though?
moment.
This could be a
Live.
sliding
Hey, live and let live.
sliding door moment.
And if you're going to beat him up, use a feather.
This episode of Stick to Football is brought to you by Arne Clothing. Right, OK, we're going to move on to relegation.
Right.
So Unai Emery, manager, I think we all admire, a team that last season we absolutely all admired them, I think, in the top 5 this year. We have to look at our identity.
We're useless.
We're so bad.
We are so bad. We have to look for our identity. I'm frustrated and disappointed at how we played, at how we are not playing, feeling comfortable with our style. We were lazy sometimes, lazy.
Wow.
Love it.
The goal we conceded was lazy.
Love it. Dead right.
Do you know something? I think he's absolutely right. When you watch Villa, they were driving me crazy on Sunday. I thought there's some players in that dressing room, they're all happy with themselves, aren't they? Like, what I mean by that is they're all a bit walking around, a little bit like,
Name a few, Gary? Can we name a few? No, are you just...
Don't name. No, don't name.
A feeling, Roy. A feeling that just a few players in that team, they've obviously done well last year, they're sort of having themselves a little bit.
Maybe. And that's the difference when you... That's what difference when
I can see
a team that's used to...
That team that have just stepped off the gas a little bit, not quite doing the stretching, not quite doing the massage.
hear it in his words, can't you?
Yeah, not quite doing... when a manager says something like that, and he's a professional manager and he gets consistency of performance everywhere he goes, he's spotted a feeling in that dressing room that's gone like... They've just dipped.
Dip.
Yeah, they're having themselves.
Gary, that was the first game I've seen of Aston Villa for a while. Obviously, I was pleased with the performance because they were playing Sunderland, but I could not believe it. Like, not getting up to the ball, not tracking back. I was like, is this a different team? Then the Sunderland go down to 10.
But there is certain players, remember...
That was a sending-off.
There's certain players at a certain level. So the players, we could name them. I could name 5 or 6 of them who were after us. You go, yeah, they've got the spots. You know what I mean? They have them traits in them. They'll have a good year or two. They get a new deal, and the club might do well for a year. Villa last year, Europe, and all this carry on. And then when it drops off, they just go back to type. I can name 6 of them. I'll tell you when the cameras are off. See the goal that was given away? Like, such bad defending.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You wonder what's happening with a
Camera
manager.
never gets switched off.
We
follow you home.
Just wonder, Jane, when with a manager like that where it drops off, is something happened upstairs? Because remember, he's lost Aaron Ramsey. Something's happened because his energy has changed as well. The players,
the sporting director's just gone.
Something's happened. Something's happened with Villa where it's
but that
kind
shouldn't
of like
affect the players, though, right? I know what you're saying.
I get what you're
you
saying.
still have to do. It can affect the dynamics, but when you still go out in a match in Sunderland, well, we'll give credit to Sunderland. They had a lot of energy. They
were brilliant,
strong, and went to the game. They didn't kind of try and hang in there too much. If anything, you thought they were going to win it. But the Villa players still, and again, there's 5 or 6 of them. You look and you're going. They've had these traits for years.
Boy, when you watched them last year, they were so tight, so compact,
Great
so
to
sharp.
watch.
Everything was like method. It was brilliant to watch them last year.
But they can't keep it up, Gary. That's the difference between really top players. That's why we praise here players every week going, I love players who are consistent for 10, 12, 15 years. It's the consistency. But you see these lads, we've seen loads of them. They have a good year or two, and then they just can't keep it up. They get back to being lazy.
Well,
that's what it is.
9 of the starting 11 was played under Stevie Gerrard. Were not sort of the new managers' players, so they've gone back to them. So the guy who's left, I think it was 9 out of the 11 at the weekend, and the guy called Monchu was like this sort of transfer guru from Seville, but it hasn't worked. He hasn't done well enough at all. You think of some of the players they bought at Nana was 50 million. They bought a left back in for about 40 million hardly plays. Ian Wright. Marlon, is it? The winger they bought from Dortmund come in for, I don't know, 20, 30 million.
He missed a good chance last week.
The big signings they've made have just
not happened.
Not done it at all.
Ollie, I don't know what's happened with Ollie Watkins as well. You know,
he missed a big chance at the end.
Header.
That header.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened. I don't know.
That was a big chance.
I do like Ollie Watkins, but there was a few chances.
Yeah, but people say that a lot. I do like. I don't care if you like him. You know, the thing with it is, people say, you know what, I like him, but like, you know what? The fact is that what's happened to him, even like before the Euros.
You like him?
As a player, I think that he should be doing more for what he's capable of doing. He's a channel runner, gets in the box, he gets on the end of things. I think he could be a lot sharper with some of his finishing, and I thought that that's what he'd be working on, just like the one-touch finish or the touch finish, both sides. Those are the things that when you get to the level where you score goals in like semi-final Euros and that, those are the things you work on now for getting the chance to stay in the width of the 18-yard box and taking your chance. And he just doesn't do that. He doesn't do it enough.
I'm surprised. That's big criticism from you because you are obviously, I think, qualified.
Only because I believe that he's got, you know, when you watched him at Brentford, even when he first went to, his work rate, and you think, right, he's got all that. That's brilliant. Just work on the first touch in the box finish, near post finish, whatever you're finished with, left foot finish. That's what he should be working on. But like you watch him, and he still looks like a player that is. Was that the Euros before?
How hard is it, though, when you're not getting a lot of them chances in a game? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is that, you know, as a striker, when you play games, you know, and so you don't get chances. But what you're doing is you're waiting for it.
Well, that was a big one last week, wasn't it?
Massive,
the header.
Massive chance.
You wonder when he gets
the kind of chance. There's sometimes you're playing and you think, we're not even creating hardly anything, so half chances I've got to be ready for. So you're kind of like staying like sprung, ready for the half chance. And all you're thinking is, I'm going to make sure I hit the target clean. I'm really go for the side here. I'm going to really do something positive, because once you do that, it kind of spins you out of like a negativity. You go into positivity. People know that if I get half a chance, I'm scoring. That's what I wanted to make people understand with me. Sometimes you don't get a chance in the game. You get half chance. You finish after the game, think that was the chance, because you'll always get one. So you should be. I mean, it was Chris Waddle. Chris Waddle, 1987, he told me the difference between the second division strikers and the first division is that they recognise how to take a half chance. So when you go back to training, stop taking an extra touch just because you can, because he's not good enough to get. You take that chance as soon as you can. Those are the things that he should have been working on. So you go to that next level of striking, because you look at him now and you think to yourself, you know, what are you doing?
Not improved, does he?
No, and that's got to be on the individual. So Is it too late? I don't know.
Because Arsenal were looking at him at one point. They bid for him, didn't they?
And United.
United bid for him, yeah.
Is it a bit of that? Has he had one eye on maybe a move?
He probably wanted to go, didn't he?
Yeah. West Ham. Graham Potter's obviously having a tough time. The protests, obviously, against the ownership.
Gosh.
I thought I enjoy something, and I hope every manager keeps a job, because it's a nightmare when they lose the jobs. But I was expecting on Sunday or Monday just to sort of, I wouldn't have been surprised at all. Breaking news, I was expecting it. I don't know why.
This early, do you think?
I just felt as though I was expecting it.
It's not early because it's Graham Potter's whole time there. Since he came in, hasn't been great. It's not just the start of the season. I think there might be. I think most people were probably thinking that he could lose his job on the back of, it was Crystal Palace at home, wasn't it? And I think the next 2 games are away at Everton, and then is it Arsenal?
Yes.
So the two tough games if you're a new manager, and then the international break. I'd be very surprised if Graham Potter's the manager after the next 2 games. In fact, I'd just
If they win them?
You think it's that all calculated? What they normally do, though, Jamie, is normally they would remove the manager.
I don't know, they call me James.
No, normally what they would do is remove the manager, then put a caretaker in for 2 weeks, and then you wouldn't normally keep someone in.
Well, it's happened before that, where people have just bided
Maybe.
time.
So you're saying they think they've made the decision and that's they're waiting for the international break?
They may not have made it, but I would imagine they're pretty close.
You look at it, it just doesn't feel like anything's going to get better.
It's desperate, isn't it?
Yeah, and every week I'm looking at West Ham thinking, hopefully he could do it for his sake to get a little bit of momentum. But
if the owners are under pressure also, it's usually the thing that they do to relieve the pressure is change the manager. That's the oldest trick in the book.
When the fans start getting the ticky torches out.
It's not looked right since he got in there, does it? I think it's certain personalities suiting certain clubs, and it doesn't seem a right fit, does it?
No.
Brentford, they've got Manchester United 12:30 on Saturday, then they've got Manchester City. They're currently sat in 17th, just one place outside of the relegation places. Keith Andrews, new manager. Interesting take from Martin O'Neill, who we've had on this show. Keith is not my favourite person because he was very critical of him in Ireland. The irony, that's obviously a personal thing. The irony is that Brentford are using the long throw, which is not all that inventive because it's been around for years. But take my irritants aside, he's a young fellow coming into management. It's a great challenge because he's taking over from a person whose character pervaded the football club. Is he under pressure, Keith Andrews, already? Because if they lose these 2 games, if United were to beat them or if City were to beat them and they went into the bottom 3, for Brentford, that would be a big problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, but they don't look like they're panic, Brentford, don't they? I think Brentford can be the type of club that can lose a few games and...
Could you see them beating United and City in the current climate with that?
I think they could capable of getting a result against United, yeah. At home to United? Yeah, I think they're capable of getting a result, yeah. Still early in the season. I don't think Brentford would be panicking. He is a young manager, but he has
Were you surprised at the appointment when it happened, Roy?
No, not really, because he was already in the club. I think he wouldn't have got another Premiership job anywhere else. It's just that obviously he was in there. The people obviously must think highly of him. And he's new to the job. And like you said, like any young manager, give the man a chance. We're talking about, is it 4 games? They've played 5? Have they played 5?
Played 5, yeah.
They've played 5.
They've won 1, drawn 1, lost 3. They got 4
they drew
points.
home to Chelsea. Did it beat? Who did it beat? Was it Sunderland at home? Did it beat Sunderland?
Sunderland away they played, they lost late, didn't they?
Right now, who did it beat at home?
Not sure.
I think they've been really close in a couple of games where they just lost it.
It's been a difficult enough start for them, but I don't think Brentford ownership would be panicking yet.
The thing is, though, somebody's got to be at the bottom
Villa
of the
home,
table.
sorry, yeah. And
So
everyone's beating Villa.
It's whenever anybody's down the bottom, we're like, do they get rid of the manager? Like,
but the strange thing is, it's so tight now. Anyone near the bottom 3 or 4, you get that win. It's easier said than done. Again, the points, they'll probably get them up to mid-table. I don't think Brentford would be panicking.
Yeah, I think that, but Roy, I think that the time that Brentford have been here and what it means to them to be here, I think if they stay down there for too much long, like if you say like they might get something at United
after 10 games.
I think
a bit longer.
I think you start. I think
Thomas Frank had spells where this. I don't know if it was last season, year before. They struggled to get going for a month.
Fancy him to get out, especially when they had Visser and Mbuemo there still. Damsgaard's.
But I still think they've enough good players to
I think
get out
start
of it.
worrying.
Is the worry, or is the decision for owners different this season because the promoted teams are doing okay?
Well, obviously.
I think in the past, they've always thought we'd be all right.
Even
Even at the start of the season, 5, they haven't won a game. You know, you get into sort of 10 games of a season, going to some of the promoted teams haven't won one game,
Ham, Wolves,
and you'd almost think, I think that probably saved a few managers over the last few years, where it might go back to the norm, where the actual fear.
And the good thing with all the promoted teams, if you look at them, they're all happy to play without the ball. They're not coming up thinking, let's play. Obviously, they're physically bigger players.
Yeah.
Look at all the results recently. They're all getting results on the back of the promoted teams we're talking about with less possession. So they're not going, we need to play out.
Being
I like
organised.
Sunderland.
Yeah, and Sunderland are obviously not obsessed with possession, but they're big and strong. There's a lot of physicality there.
And working hard as well.
Yeah,
That's
and
what.
there's a
That's
nice
what
vibe.
I
That
like.
manager's done a great job. So even the other day when we got a man sent off.
Yeah.
There's enough. There's a nice
Kept
feel-good
going,
factor
didn't
and
they?
energy amongst the
Yeah.
players. up
Ideally, if
there.
you're Sunderland, you get a man sent off. It will be at Sunderland because they'll keep you going through.
Yeah.
They work
At
hard,
the
but
moment,
At the moment,
when
yeah.
things are going
They're the
well.
one out of the top three, out of the bottom three, out of the promoted teams that I've liked most. I mean, Leeds and Burnley have done well as well, but having watched Leeds and Burnley live, I watched Leeds on Monday Night Football and then
Sunderland's
Burnley at
recruitment
United.
has been very good.
Sunderland at the
Goalkeeper's
most.
good. They've got Jack, a bit of experience.
I love
They've
Xhaka.
got a bit of energy and they've got quality.
It's a great header from Xhaka, the little header back over
He
the
done it
top.
on purpose.
Fantastic.
Did you see it?
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Poor defending,
Cushioned it.
cushion
Cushioned
header
it, yeah.
was very. So he brings you that little bit of experience and that quality. You got young energy around you. I think they've got a nice balance to their team. Their Sunderland manager has done a great job there.
Well,
great job.
Talking about experience and quality, Ben. Super Six are still waiting to make their first millionaire of the season. 5 rounds have passed with no winner, meaning the £1 million jackpot is still up for grabs. And it's staying there every single week until it's won. It's completely free to play. Just predict 6 scores this weekend and the money could be yours. So if you fancy becoming £1 million richer, get your Super Six picks in before 3 p.m. on Saturday for a chance to win. 18 plus T&Cs apply. Who's the shirt for, Ben?
Thank you, Gary.
Who's the shirt?
Is that
Very good question.
Who asked for one?
Join the Stick to Football Mini League using the code S6-STF. Each month, the winner will the. Fuck me.
And you laugh at me on my host reads.
You're
difficult,
actually
innit?
really good. Each month, the winner will win a £100 voucher and a signed Stick to Football shirt.
Wow, signed by who?
I hope we not agree to
Who's
this.
signing it?
We agree to this.
Probably Gary then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, everything. Gary does everything. We just jump on. Okay.
Actually, it's Adidas, so it's signed by you too. There you go.
Yeah, we had it. Yeah.
Hold it up.
You got a pen?
We'll do it in the green
Can
room.
we do? You need
Oh,
a
we're
silver
going to do it now.
one.
We're doing it now so it's authentic. You know what I mean? We need a pen.
Gary, see,
We need a
that's
silver pen.
always thinking.
Why do we normally fake signatures inside the green room?
No,
Yeah,
people might,
we'll get it on the cameras.
The
anyway.
retail
Right.
for
Come on, let's check
£50.
his
people might not believe us.
No winner for Super 6 last week, so still a £1 million round.
Come on, guys, we can do it.
Okay, right, last week's scores. Gary and Jamie, 8.
Well done.
8 points,
I think
so
we
you're
got
on
6.
18.
We're catching
We
up.
got
Oh, they're
6.
doing well.
Roy,
Get the
Jill
boys
and Ian, 9.
Yes, come on, shut your mouth,
I got
Gary.
1. Who did I get right? I definitely got
Yes, come on.
No.
Brighton to win. No,
You
Who was-
always,
can you remember
you
what-
always
Can you
want
sort it
player
when
of
we
the
know what
match.
we got right, Ben?
2-1. They won.
Yeah, you got Bournemouth 2-1 Brighton.
Yes, see?
I call that
I
one.
call Bournemouth. I'm always
I did
calling it.
Brady.
You know what I was with the other day? I was with Adam Smith.
I don't care who you were with.
The right at Bournemouth. I was talking to him.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying, say hello to everybody.
We don't care who you're with.
Adam Smith at Bournemouth.
He's
player.
always
Oh,
fighting.
the right back.
No, but yeah, honestly.
He's
I
He's always
get
fighting
that.
people.
Lovely. And I said
Chelsea
to him,
versus,
down.
Chelsea versus
He's always
Brighton,
fighting people.
Gary and Jamie.
Adam, he
first.
said you always fighting.
Adam, calm down.
How
Don't calm
did you
down,
not
Adam.
put City to beat
Chelsea
United,
Brighton,
though?
Saturday 3 p.m.
Why did you not think City would beat United?
Yeah, they'll win.
Right, who's first?
Disappointed with
Gary and
Chelsea.
Jamie.
Chelsea Brighton.
Chelsea Brighton.
great after results.
We're fit.
How disappointed were
Bring it in.
Chelsea 2-1.
I know.
Oh, rubbish.
No, Chelsea have...
rubbish.
Stop calling Chelsea.
Yeah, but honestly, Jill.
Thank you, Anna. Just
Goalkeeper.
give it to Gary. Oh, I'll do it.
Oh,
Silver pen.
2-1.
Nice one. Sign it, Gal.
Thank
Pass
you.
it round.
Is that Chelsea Brighton?
Carry
Brighton.
hold that,
When's
please.
that?
Saturday
How the
3
bullets
p.m.
like.
How they travelling there? What happened for Prima?
Hey, they were at Barnsley the other night. Did you see Brighton's goals against Barnsley?
Oh, they've got a hat-trick, didn't
Oh,
they?
did you
but
see the
some of
great
the
one of them?
goals.
Some of them
Absolute one.
magnificent.
He lashed it from about 30 yards. What a goal.
Yeah.
Right, we'll go Chelsea win.
Football.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Don't know.
Ian, come on, concentrate.
Sorry, Gary.
I think Brighton will get a result.
Hold it tight.
You think Brighton will win?
I said to get a result. Are you
Okay.
listening?
That's nice, isn't it?
Roy,
Right.
Okay, 2-2. But I think Chelsea...
2-2.
No. Hold on a second. Ian, are you concentrating on this?
I've just given you some.
Hold
I
it
just
there,
said
Roy.
about
Hold it there.
Just said about
Jill, come
like.
on.
I think
In the middle.
Brighton are going to beat them.
Wow, I'd like.
You're being silly now.
No. You know what? I do fancy Chelsea.
you're gonna win.
No, Brighton a dual result.
Authentic.
I fancy. Do you fancy Chelsea? And I do. So let's go Chelsea.
Someone better take this before it
I
gets
have to
nicked.
go for the back of what I
Brighton.
saw. I'd rather go with Brighton.
What?
I'd rather go with Brighton. What I've seen.
You don't
To
watch
win?
football.
Yes,
Jill.
I do.
Why do you send videos to Strictly Come Dancing every week? Fucking, every time someone gets a video message and I guess who it is, I'm going, it's Jill. It could be anybody. Jill sending a message. Good luck.
No, I didn't actually
Good
know
luck,
that was
everybody.
going on
How did
telly.
Jimmy do on Strictly Come Dancing?
No, it's this week.
Oh, is it this
this
week?
No,
Saturday.
it was good though. It was just the warm-up stuff. Jimmy, it was good.
See, you've been watching it.
2-1 Brighton.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you watch it?
I do watch football, by the
Okay,
way.
Chelsea Brighton.
Hold on a second.
Well, I think Chelsea, but these are going to go Brighton.
Oh, it's still on the
I
first
should have
score.
my own team.
I'm signing the top 10 minutes.
1-1. What
Um,
do you think? 1-1. I can't.
Brighton will get a result.
You think? Let's go 2-1.
Well, a result could be a draw.
2-1.
2-1-2.
What do you think?
Go 2-1
Brighton,
Brighton.
said
then.
Brighton.
Yeah, no, we have
Brighton
this
2-1.
Jill.
Hey,
bold.
hey, we're the opposite Arsenal.
Yeah, but
We're
that's
going
what-
for
Okay,
it.
Palace.
We're going for
That's
it.
exactly what we're
Yes,
doing.
thanks, Ian.
You've got to go for it.
Palace Liverpool 3 p.m. Saturday.
Palace always
game.
causing problems. I need
Liverpool.
Palace.
Liverpool.
No Ekitike.
2-1
Took
Liverpool.
his shirt off.
No, so he needs a break.
This is a sliding door moment.
Yeah,
Isak
I
comes
think
in.
draw.
You not fancy?
Yeah,
You've done all the
1-1.
No, we usually gone 2-1. So
Yeah,
what I mean,
1-1.
Minds of the game, so then
Right.
if Liverpool
Man,
win,
can't
he's
say
happy.
to-
Look,
Right.
hey,
I'm doing
West
the
Ham.
next
City
one.
Burnley, actually, Gary.
What was that? Burnley?
And I'm going big.
Two claret teams in the division. City Burnley. Sorry. Well, that's interesting, that one. City win.
Next.
I'm going big on this. If they beat United at home,
Pep will be sitting in.
4-1.
Yeah, 5-4-1's Pep.
Pep will be parking the bus. Burnley doing the same. They'll be done.
4-0.
4-0.
But I was going to go.
in the middle.
I
That
was
middle
actually
bit.
going to go 4-0.
Right, you can do.
There's no way. No.
That pitch is too
3-1.
big for them.
No, I wouldn't give him a goal. I'm not sure if I'd give him a Burnley.
3-0.
They got a bit of
Come on, they beat United.
Haaland's out.
By the way, I can't believe that Donnarumma is
Burnley a goal.
26.
I can't believe James Trafford's 6'6".
2-0 or 3.
No, but can you believe he's 26?
Who?
Donnarumma. He's 1 year older than
chance.
Phil Foden.
He's older than that.
Donnarumma's not 26.
He is.
It's either 3 or
He's 26,
Yes.
3-0.
Can we Google that,
Remember, he
please?
started at 7.
Isn't he 26?
AC Milan, wasn't he?
He's
we go.
1 year
Forest
older than
Forest Sunderland.
He's
Foden.
26
Forest.
until he's 27.
I just said
Donnarumma
I'm
looks
doing
literally
that
about
score.
2 or 3 years younger than me.
You do
3-0.
Forest Sunderland.
3-0.
You do Forest Sunderland.
Forest Sunderland.
Yeah.
United didn't buy Donnarumma 30 million, who's 26.
Yeah.
Why would he go there?
Yeah, but he's...
Yeah.
Why didn't
But his
Chelsea buy him? Why
contract,
didn't
his
Chelsea buy
wages would
him?
have been crazy.
Why didn't Chelsea buy him?
I
Why
can't
didn't Chelsea buy him?
believe
Because
he's
I heard it was
26.
to do with the monies, wasn't it? It's
To
to do with the
win.
money that PSG are not giving that
Draw.
money anymore.
That's
You said the money.
Honestly,
You
1-1.
honestly, you buy cheap, you buy
1-1.
twice, you buy 3 times. They should have gone for
Right,
it.
Forest
Buy
Sunderland. Come on,
once.
let's get some energy.
Forest Sunderland.
Sunderland get...
Is Ange got? I can't see Sunderland winning a Forest.
It's Saturday 5:30. Come on.
But you know what? They're playing tonight. I saw a Forest fan in the airport.
Europe, away
Nobody said to
betting.
me.
I've seen one Forest fan.
You're an expert in Spanish football all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
They're playing Real Betis
That's right.
tonight. This out tomorrow. He came up to me. He said, "Are you making these sign this?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "Forest fans don't like you."
To you.
Yeah, I think he thought I was you.
Jack and everything get you two mixed up. What are you going with?
Big Ange. Oh, you're playing
Big Ange,
tonight
he
in.
needs a result.
Jamie, do you still think Sunderland are going to get relegated?
Forest win.
I like Sunderland.
Jamie,
Pardon?
do you
I
think
like
Sunderland are still going to get relegated?
I think they will, yeah.
Do you?
You don't change your predictions in September.
What, 2-2?
Nah, won't be
2-2.
You're just going against
I
everyone.
like it, girl, because I feel like it's up in the air, this one. It's a draw, though.
Forest.
It was a draw. I'd
2-1 Forest.
I'd have even lent towards
Forest.
Sunderland.
Been overruled.
Right.
Overruled.
Villa Fulham.
I'd
Sunday,
Villa Fulham.
Sunday at 2 p.m.
Burnley and Fulham.
Your go.
We've got so much to get through. Let's go.
It's your go.
No, that's Aston
you.
Villa.
That's Aston Villa.
Villa Fulham.
Villa Fulham.
Fulham
He's calling them lazy. They're going to be at it, Andy. They're going to be at it.
Villa win.
No.
Villa must
And the
bounce.
score is?
No
Villa
way.
can't lose. Villa can't go 6
Well,
games.
I think Fulham
Yeah,
win.
1-0.
They've only scored
Fulham's
one
low,
goal
Villa.
this
That's the
season.
Fulham will score. Yeah,
That's
Fulham
the
will
worst
score.
time. That's the
Excellent.
worst team for
Score.
Villa to
Okay, score.
You're not even
Fulham.
concentrating over there.
I think
No, well, Wobie's
Fulham's
out.
like
0-0.
Fulham 2-0. No,
Let's go. Come on.
2-1.
Fulham 2-1.
No, Villa must
No,
get
I'm going
a
to go.
result.
I'm going to. I
2-2.
think we should go
Desmond.
two. Let's go Desmond.
Desmond, 2-2.
Yeah, we got to do it properly.
I don't
We're
agree with
10
any of
points ahead.
these
That's
scores.
okay, Joe.
Can I
Newcastle
do?
Arsenal, Sunday 4:30.
Who's up there, by the way?
Right, so you got with your heart to your head.
I'm up there. Who's up there? Anyone else up there?
No.
No.
Are you going up in Newcastle?
I'm watching American football on Sunday.
1-1.
Dublin. Steelers in Dublin.
1-1 I'm going.
Are you going?
1-1. Happy with 1-1?
Roy, I said 1-1.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. I'm just conferring.
That
with
means you'll be
Skipper.
7 points behind.
So, right, so you've gone 1-1, but you've gone Liverpool
to
for the win.
Fine,
If
don't
that
worry.
happens, is the title
league's
over?
over.
Well,
Is it
can
Can I
over?
write my
honest.
score
7
separately?
Can you make a forfeit? Can you just
Big
do the
balls.
show in your underpants? If
No, we're doing that foolish. You know, the thing is, we have to win it, so I'm going to change.
Oh, you change, you never change.
I have to change. I have to go
Newcastle.
for Arsenal to
You
beat
don't
them.
change
Newcastle
your prediction.
You
Why
got
do you
Newcastle
want...
2-1?
2-1.
yeah, come on, stay with me here.
Right, okay.
If
That's a bad one.
No.
If it's the other way, you
Newcastle
do
Arsenal.
do
1-1.
showing your
Love
under.
that.
Yeah,
You liar. You was
Super six.
Speedo.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
What happens?
Both in
What
Speedos.
happens if I'm wrong?
No,
Yeah,
you have to do it in
one, no,
Speedos
no.
as well, Jill.
Right, Harry Kane's on the verge of becoming the quickest to score 100 goals in the Bundesliga. Rank these English strikers. Harry Kane, Alan Shearer, Michael Owen, Wayne Rooney.
Oh, so difficult.
It's a silly one, isn't it?
You know
Is
something?
Wayne
That's just
really
all
in
that
that
does is
type
causes
of-
problems and arguments.
So we have to pick an order, the best.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wayne Rooney's number
Wayne
1.
Rooney, yeah.
Yeah.
Shearer.
But I class the others as more number
Shearer
9.
number 2.
Yeah.
No.
You're not putting Shearer over Harry Kane.
No.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm
I
putting
wouldn't.
Shearer
That's a
over
solid
Okay, well, let's
plan.
debate
Are you
then.
doing,
So
are you doing it
why?
on...
Who's the other one?
What,
Michael
you doing
Owen?
it on how he plays, he's getting,
Michael
or just
Owen.
the goals, amount of
I
goals?
just think if the both say, let's say England's number 9.
Can we fix
He's got-
one at Wayne
he's got-
Rooney?
he's
Can we
got-
fix Wayne Rooney
Yeah,
there?
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney.
Can we fix Wayne Rooney?
Yeah.
Can we fix Michael Owen? He's a great player, Michael, but can we fix him at 4? Because I
Yeah.
don't think he's
Because
got
of
much Shearer.
injuries.
Of course not.
Because of
Yeah.
Shearer and
Jamie,
Kane.
speak.
So it's Shearer and Kane then?
No, I get it, and I think I said this a few days ago about. For me, I think Kane's English greatest striker. Now, I don't class Wayne as when I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking of sort of like someone, the number 9, the goal scorer. I class Wayne as more as a great player as rather than just a centre forward. But I just think a lot of people would say Shearer over Kane, but I don't know what the actual. It'll just be, I like him better. His numbers are far better at international level. He's been a top goal scorer at a World Cup. He's gone abroad. And absolutely, I mean, he's playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he's absolutely smashing the records to bits. He's played for a Tottenham who've never been the best team, and his record in the Premier League is as good as Shearer's.
Alan was like that though.
Shearer,
really.
remember
I mean,
Shearer
most
went
of his
from
career.
Yeah, but
Southampton
he
to
did-
what he done at Blackburn.
I know, but he played for a Newcastle team who almost won the league one season, and then he signs the next season. So he's playing for like one of the best teams in the league for 2 or 3 years at Newcastle.
What about
Blackburn with the top 2 teams for like 3 years?
Cara, what about
competing
this?
with
What about this as a compromise? I think for me, I would say that Shearer's number 2 and Kane's number 3.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, what's your
I think
argument for that?
if Kane does, I agree. There's not much in it to be fair. They're probably similar, but
There's no argument. No, you're not giving me
They're
like
all
but
number one.
I think Shearer's the greatest goal scorer in Premier League history, and I think if Kane comes back,
But if Kane would have stayed here, you'd get
I
it.
know, and Kane could come back and do that, and we might be talking in 2-3 years where we say Kane is above Shearer.
So Kane's got to come back and beat him in the Premier League goal scorer for Kane to go.
I just think sometimes I just think Alan Shearer at the moment. Look, I think both of them are amazing. Both of them, to be fair, are so similar in terms of personality, character, just performance levels, consistency, strength, mental strength, everything. They've got everything, those two, as football players, everything. There is no weakness in those two. They're flawless.
I also think Kane. I feel like I'm criticising Shearer, but like he can almost play that. He's like a better footballer in terms of Shearer was always the number 9, and I get it. He was amazing.
Remember, Harry's come at a different time in the way that strikers play as well.
Kane, the way there was a spell, I think, in the Premier League was Kane was arguably the best passer of the ball in the Premier League. His passing. We used to just drop deep.
Shearer's crossing was unbelievable.
Right, you've finally made an argument. You've made a debate. You've made Shearer's cross.
But I think Shearer, the style of play that Shearer.
And he's got a
was playing
tattoo. Have you
and
got a tattoo? Listen, I love Harry Kane
in respects of.
Let's have a vote, Ian. Let's have a vote for now. I'm saying now Shearer, but maybe in a couple of years when Harry's finished it, maybe Harry. But I'm going Shearer now. Shearer.
I'd go Shearer.
Kane.
See, but argue.
Kane.
Shearer. Let's have an argument.
Let's have a
3
fight.
3 to Shearer, 2 to Kane.
you change your mind?
Was
No,
sneaky.
I said Shiva at the
Sneaky
beginning.
elbows.
Yeah, but that was the time. That was the time.
Oh, that was the time, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't go on what you think of them
It
as
was
a
in the
player.
fucking time.
Right, were they sneaky elbows though?
Yeah,
it
sneaky
sneaky?
elbows, yeah.
Were they sneaky though?
were sneaky.
I thought Alan was just, to be fair.
No, I don't fall
He's
for that
just
one.
done
He's
it.
just honest. No.
No.
No,
Sneaky.
I thought Alan was just, to be fair, nasty. I'll be
Just
honest with you.
wrong-
I'm just going to say it
yeah,
out there.
that's
He was
what I
nasty,
mean,
Alan. I mean,
sneaky,
he was
nasty.
horrible.
He's the best number 9.
Yeah, but that makes it hard to play against. I bet you.
No, but it's easy
But
to
you
come
should
up with
admire-
when I'm
But
attacking.
Roy,
No,
you
I
have
didn't
ma-
admire people who were nasty. Why are you saying that?
No, what I mean is if he was in your team, you want
No,
someone
I wouldn't.
like
I don't like nasty people.
Roy, you are
talking
Mr.
about? You want
Nasty.
that?
I don't want nasty people.
He's not. Yeah, but we're talking about.
he was
yeah, but
nasty.
Not nasty
He
like.
was sneaky elbows, back of the head.
Yeah, but we're talking nasty's like trying to stab you. And
No, that's sneaky. I don't mind people stamping
No,
on
I
me.
don't think
Sneaky
he's
elbows.
nasty.
No, I'm telling you. I'll show you the videos later, right?
No, I think he was horrible, Alan, as a player.
was
I think
horrible,
he
yeah.
knew how to dig you and knew how
Yeah,
to...
sneaky. All comes under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
Does that not make a good player, though?
No.
Difficult to play against?
Cantona, Cole, all these strikers I played with weren't sneaky.
Oh,
Were good, honest pros.
okay,
Turned up every week, and they weren't sneaky.
okay.
No, he's
Don't
not
like sneaky.
No, I'm not having him as sneaky.
He's he's your mate.
Right, he's been at a few things recently.
Right, you used to spend 10 hours a day with him.
Oh, you were golfing with him last week, is it?
No,
A lot
bro.
low, man.
Yeah, I've seen that.
A lot
He
low,
All
right?
right,
Huh?
You golfing?
Yeah, I do golf.
You try to make arrangements with me, right? If you got time for a cup of tea, no, I'm busy. Then he's up in Loch Lomond for 9 days playing
No, it
fucking
was
golf.
my dear friend.
Sneaky.
My dear friend Anne.
Oh, you're a
Sneaky.
bit jealous.
I was up there for a charity.
On that tattoo,
I
that
know
8,
this.
9, 10, does it say sneaky underneath
I'm
it?
gonna put it underneath.
Yeah.
It's like lines.
And you're sneaky
I'm
too.
sneaky as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gary Lineker's not sneaky though. So
Nice.
is Gary Lineker not in that list? No.
It was just for... I mean, it was a good question, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is a
Gary
good
Lineker.
question.
Let's talk about Gary-
Next question.
Gary
Is
Lineker.
Ridey on that list? Eh? Ridey on that list.
Next question. Rank these sporting events. Ryder Cup, because it starts this weekend.
Unbelievable.
The Super Bowl. It does say Super Bowl here, actually.
Super what? Super Bowl.
Spell that, Super Bowl.
That's us after our coffee.
Yeah.
You've got Ryder Cup, Super Bowl, the World Cup final, Tour de France, or the Ashes. Right, I'm going to start with...
The World Cup's number one.
I'm going to put the Tour de France right at the bottom and absolutely argue my way right to the death on it.
World Cup's number one.
Okay.
That's not even up for debate.
Tour de France number 5, happy with that?
Yeah.
The amount of issues in that sport, I think, puts it right down there at the fucking bottom.
Just say drugs.
Bloody hell, Gary's
There you
gone
go.
crazy.
Gary, I'm
He's gone like a
Let's do this
psychopath.
properly now.
let's
Come
do
on.
this one properly.
That's 5. So number 1,
The World Cup.
Super Bowl or World Cup final, Ryder
World
Cup,
Cup's
Ashes.
World
World Cup
number
finals
one.
every
World
4
Cup final?
years, isn't it?
No, not for me.
What are you putting first then?
Ryder Cup.
Number 1?
Oh.
You can't put Ryder Cup on
Just
the World Cup
one of them
final.
moods.
You know something? Well, don't fucking ask me if I can't tell you. Don't ask me. The Ryder Cup never fails to deliver. Like the World Cup, yes, we wait till the latter stages and then it might get better and then you think, oh, here we go, when's it going to happen? The Ryder Cup, from the first hit to the last hit, it's on the fucking line.
No chance, Ridey.
On
Sometimes
the
it's over
line.
after
You lot-
one
yeah, but
day,
the thing
man.
is, you know what? You lot don't watch.
I do watch
The
it.
pressure
I
was
do watch it.
under every single shot, every single.
I do watch it.
I don't think the World Cup, apart from you get to the quarter-finals, semi-finals, then it starts turning into something.
Are we talking the World Cup,
Ryder
or World Cup final?
World Cup final. So I'm just imagining that in 8 months' time,
Yeah,
when
exactly.
New York,
Remember New York,
final,
right, yeah.
this is the greatest sporting event of all time. He's on ITV.
Listen,
When you're a kid, you
That's
dream about these days.
we're talking about the tournament as a tournament.
World
No,
Cup
the World
final.
Cup final. Listen, World Cup final.
It is the World Cup final, righty. Look,
After
I'm not
96
making it up.
group
See,
matches.
World Cup
Super
final.
Bowl's got to be up there. Where are you putting Super
I
Bowl?
wanted to give the Ryder Cup love in that respect, but if it's just the last World Cup final, nothing beats that.
Exactly, yeah.
Can I just say one last thing on the golf though? As a continuous for 3 days, you get the same feeling as you're getting watching a great World Cup final. You get that for 3 days.
No chance, right?
What, watching the
Right?
golf?
You ask a golf.
Some people are like
anyone who
5
knows
shots
golf.
The
behind.
Super Bowl's got to be bigger than the Ryder Cup.
No, it's
Super
player against
Bowl is-
player.
I wanna
team
go.
against team. You don't get that far in front unless the only time who was it I saw got beaten 9-7 or something. Scotty Scheffler and someone got beaten by the European player. I can't remember who it was, but 9-7. You don't see that.
Right, good debate. Number 1 is the World Cup final or Ryder Cup. Who's World Cup final?
World Cup final.
2 Super Bowl.
Okay.
Hang on a minute.
World Cup's number 1.
No. You didn't say World Cup final or who's Ryder Cup. You didn't say it.
Who's Ryder Cup?
I just want that on record.
Okay, so World
Right.
Cup finals number 1, Tour de France is number 5.
Yes.
Super Bowl 2.
Okay, who's number 2? I think Ashes I'm putting 4. I love the
Yeah,
Ashes.
yeah, let's put
But I
the
think it's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got Super Bowl or Ryder Cup in at 2 and 3.
Super Bowl, Ryder Cup.
Super Bowl.
I'd like to say Super Bowl, but
No, but you can say Super Bowl. You know, Jill, do you watch?
yeah,
the
but a lot of
Super
people
Bowl
don't
or
like.
Ryder
A lot of
Cup?
people don't watch American
I
football.
really want to go to the Super Bowl. I just
Yeah, but
think
you're just saying it because you want to go to
Well,
one.
I've been to the Super Bowl.
You watch
and
the
it's
golfing.
amazing.
You watch what?
It's an amazing.
Can I just
it's
say,
an
right,
amazing
so-
occasion.
Can I just say, right, I 15 years ago, 20 years, was like a crazy golfer. Like, used to play all the time, obsessed. And I stopped playing like I was about 24, 25. I went to the Ryder Cup at the Belfry. I think it was, would it have been now, late 90s or early 2000s. It was amazing. Do you know something? As a sport to watch live, it's...
You mean on the premises?
On the premises, it's a nothing. I literally just watched a golfer go past, two golfers go past. It was a singles day, final day. Two golfers go past, look up there, watch them put. It's like, it's not a spectator sport
It's
at
a
all.
TV sport.
No, so it has to be watched on TV,
Yeah.
the Ryder Cup. That has a big impact. Same with a bit of F1's the same, innit? You see,
Can I be honest? I went to Silverstone and I used to think the same. When there's something about.
No,
when
I
it just
agree
zooms
with
past.
that.
That's amazing. It's amazing. Even when
Energy, the noise.
It's,
I'm
honestly,
not a
it's
fan of the.
amazing.
I'm not a fan of the Super Bowl because I don't watch it, but it's obviously a massive
love
event.
it.
I went
Ryder
to the
Cup, I love.
Formula
I love
One
the-
in
everything.
Holland.
Ryder Cup.
Listen, I'm not interested one bit, if I'm being totally honest in any of that.
Well,
but
be interested, James.
I'd have the Ashes. I mean, I'm not a golfer. I'd rather watch the cricket than the golf.
I would. I mean, I'd put Ashes well up there, but I can't
Is
put
the
Ashes
Formula
above.
One?
I can't put Ashes above Ryder
But I
Cup.
can see why you wouldn't vote for the Super Bowl if you're not into American football.
No, but
as a sporting occasion, it is amazing.
I think sporting occasion, Super Bowl is probably one of the biggest occasions in the world, isn't it? So I'd go Super Bowl number 2. Who's with me? Super Bowl number 2.
Yeah.
If you fancy it, this year's in San Francisco, and me and Jill might be going.
Okay.
Yep.
Super Bowl number
Come.
2, 3-2. Super Bowl's in at 2, and the
Boys
the Ryder
Kane.
Cup 4.
Ryder Cup's 3. The Ryder Cup's 3. Ian, I'm sorry. It's a democracy.
I know what's going
It's a
on.
social environment. It's nothing to do with the things that you're thinking.
I know what's going on here. I can't believe you lot see. Watch the excitement around
Okay.
the Ryder Cup this week.
I don't know the answer to this question, but it's a good one. Never been asked it before.
Probably give us a.
What is the biggest difference between the Championship and top flight? I'll be honest, I don't really watch a lot of the Championship.
Possession.
Speed, physicality, quality.
There's a lot, especially the top end of the championship.
Everything.
What have the Romans never done for us?
The difference in quality from the Championship to the
No, he
Premiership.
says, what's the biggest difference? The biggest difference between the Championship and the top flight?
Players, you mean?
That's
Well,
the question.
It's the quality of.
What's the gulf?
The salary.
Yeah, wages, yeah.
Well, that's a good shout, Joe. Obviously.
Can I ask you a question on physicality in terms of fitness levels in the Championship to the top? Because where would that...
about fitness, physicality, like
Yeah.
the height, the size of players, the speed of them, compared to you look at all the teams who've come up, particularly Leeds and Sunderland. They've bought players who can physically deal with the Premiership week in, week out. And obviously, if you can get quality on top of that, like the big clubs have, fantastic. You're going places. But I think for most of the teams, if you ask any manager over the last few years, what's caught them out when you've been promoted, I think is that physicality of the Premiership.
And the quality.
Yeah,
And
it's
obviously
speed.
the quality on top of that.
Yeah.
This is an
Goes to
interesting
another
question.
level.
We'll finish with this.
Go on.
The best goal that you wish you'd scored. The goal that you wish you'd scored.
Do you know which one I wish I'd scored and I could never have done it? You know, when they just touch it out at the halfway line and see the keeper.
Off the line.
David Beckham did it.
Wimbledon.
Wayne Rooney did it.
I'm looking at it
I'd
different.
love
I'm
to be able
thinking
to
like
kick the
Ole Gunnar
ball off.
Solskjaer, 99, Champions League winner.
That's a beauty. You know what?
I'm thinking me just scored. Like, imagine if I won imagine if I scored the Champions League
Oh,
winner.
I'd love it, Gal. We should AI it.
I've just stepped into that moment.
we
I
should
was there
AI
then
it.
for a second.
Look how happy his little
know,
face.
Gal.
God.
You know what I
I
would
remember
have?
speaking to Ollie about that, and obviously Ollie goes, top guy, and he was saying, he says, all people ever do is talk to me about that moment, you know. And I'm like, but it's not a bad,
It's a great moment.
Yeah.
moment to
the
talk
moment.
about. All people talk to me is about the people I kicked. I mean, on my sending off.
Sean, go to me.
You know what I would, you know, on the
bad
line there,
mistake,
Gal.
to be fair.
You know what I would, the goal I would love to have scored, Marco Tardelli, World Cup final.
I thought you were going to say Michael Thomas at Anfield.
No. I've gone World Cup, bro. Marco Tardelli.
That is the biggest thing of all time.
You know the thing
Well,
is that it's just,
Yeah.
apart from the Ryder Cup. But like, if you're talking about a goal, watching that goal and watching that final, I remember when I was watching it and just the way he celebrated, it done something to me. It was
his emotion and,
honestly. And then you read his story about his brothers and his brothers were in there crying. It's just the way he ran off after scoring it.
Veins popping.
That just, I don't know what that done to. It done something to me. It was
Roy?
amazing.
Van Basten's maybe his volley, for that volley.
Oh, and the Euros against Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, what a goal.
What about you, Jamie?
I actually got asked this question, funny enough. I'd never been asked it before. It was specific for Liverpool. What goal was you on? And I was thinking like Stevie's in the cup final against West Ham. But then I thought, even though that was an amazing goal, it only got us to draw. Whereas Michael got the winner in the cup final. It wasn't, it was still a decent goal. And I think I went for Michael's actually to score the
I was thinking Gerrard's goal
final.
against West Ham. You know, that was dropping and he was shooting. I bet you
brilliant.
West Ham were going, shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot, like,
It's one of great.
Yous are talking moments, aren't you? I've
Yeah.
gone for
No, we're
like,
talking
I
about
wanted
proper
the really
goals.
good
And
goal.
that's the goal I'd want to score. So I said, yeah, that was my goal.